Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this video, I want to talk about why you would need or when you would need a promissory note. It's a very simple answer whenever you loan someone money. Now, the first question that you're going to have to consider is if someone comes to you for money or you want to give someone some money for any particular purpose, are you giving a gift or are you giving a loan? And you need to be clear in your own mind and in the mind of the other person so that your expectations are aligned and that your expectations are met as far as when the money is going to be repaid. If you pay for something for someone else, go and buy it for them because they ask you to run down and pick it up for them, and it's bigger than $20, $50 that they can just repay you, figure out how that's going to be repaid before you take care of it. Now, you have legal recourse without a promissory note, but the reason that you want to get a promissory note, which is a piece of paper that the person who is getting the money signs, promising to pay the person who gave the money back. Usually you want to have interest attached to that, so figure out a standard interest rate and figure out when it's going to be due. Is it going to be paid back all at once, or is it going to be paid back in payments? And if it's going to be paid back in payments, how many? And there are amortization schedules online that you can figure out what the interest, plug in the interest rate and the principal. The principal is the amount that's loaned, and figure out what is a good payment for them to pay you back. The reason that you want to have this in writing is, number one, to establish the debt and establish when it was given to them and when they're supposed to pay you back. But the most important reason is because if you have to sue them, that promissory note should have a provision in it that if you have to sue them to come and get the money, which is your ultimate remedy, that any costs that you incur with your attorney and court costs are going to be repaid by this person. Now, I have another video on small claims court, and small claims court in different states has a method by which you as a person can go in and sue someone on your own, but it's limited to how much money is owed or at stake that you can do that way. So anything more than small claims, you're going to have to get well, you're not going to have to, but you should get an attorney because they can help you put yourself in a situation to get the money back, and they can do the process in a much more efficient way so that you are off doing your job and let them do their job. Now, this brings me back around to the actual preparing the promissory note. Please do not do it online. Please do not do it yourself. Spend a couple of $100s with an attorney to have it done by them. Tell them what the payment should be. They'll verify the amounts and the payment back. They'll help you with a proper interest rate because you don't want it can't be too much interest because that could fall into usury, which is illegal interest. Late charges, they can talk to you about whether that's appropriate in your jurisdiction where you live, if that's something that you can charge someone who you loan money to, whether there's any type of collateral interest that you might take back, which is property, standing up for the debt so that you can enforce it against property. And most importantly, they'll put an attorney fee clause in there that will stick where you live. Don't even think that you're going to save money by trying it yourself or printing it off the internet and taking it to the attorney, because it's just easier for them to just do it themselves, because in effect that's what they're going to have to do, and by them having to talk to you about what you've created from home, it's just going to eat up time, and time is money, and it's your money. So I don't want you to spend it unnecessarily. I want you to spend it in the right place for the right reason. So that's why you would want to have a promissory note, is on the other side so that you can collect it. The other thing that's a more practical thing, I think that when people have to put their name to something, when they see it in black and white, that this is how much they're borrowing, this is how much they're going to repay you, and if something goes wrong, that you have legal remedies, it will make them take it a little bit more seriously, and your chance of getting paid without having to use legal force will probably be better, hopefully. So I hope that this was helpful to you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them for me. I'd be happy to respond. If this prompts you to have another question, leave that as well, and you could find that in a future video. Subscribe if you're interested in our other videos, or take a look around the playlist and see if there's something there that also might help you. I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you'll come back. I'll see you next time.